Hello everyone. It's raining, but it's very actually late at night. It's 11:30. My mom's at a concert. I forget who she said it was. It's someone who I've never heard of, obviously, so I'm not too sad about being here alone. I do like having the house to myself. I make pasta when my mom's not home because she like homemade pasta. She says she likes to be home with me like when I make it, but I don't know. I've had an interesting snack going on all day. I've melted chocolate, and pretty much all day long I've been dipping marshmallows in the chocolate, like at random times, like every hour I'll just like nom on a chocolate covered marshmallow. It is raining here. Yay, I love the rain. Lots of pretty lightning, and well, I don't like thunder that much. It's the it's an annoyance that comes with lightning, and I like the lightning. The third kitten opened its eyes today. Yes! Yes, finally. They now all have their eyes open. I am so happy. So yes, I haven't really this week. Well, this week is registration. I'm going to be going tomorrow. I got my hair trimmed. You can't really tell that much because it's in the back and stuff, and that just, you can't really tell with stuff like that. So yes, I got my hair trimmed. People I want to see when school starts. But at the same time, I don't want it to start because of people I don't want to see. Let's see, and plus people I don't get to talk to anymore because some of my friends only get up at 3 a.m. and I shall be at school or sleeping. I'll be sleeping, not at school at 3 a.m. But I will be at school or sleeping for most of my life, so most of my life has been school so far. It's a good thing we do productive things there, or else this would be the biggest waste of time ever. Life so far. Classes. I've been going this over in my head. I'm trying to plot out how my report card is gonna look. Math. I've never liked math. I've never really got straight A's in math. It's because I speed through it a lot. I mean, I really need to slow down, but, yes, math, I've never been a fan of it. I don't really like it. I know I do pretty good in science. It's not really hard for me, like, the things we learn about, I could memorize it, but it's not fun. I mean, my mom always like, what, you don't like science? Because she works in a lab as a job whenever she has a job, like she currently doesn't now, because she figures Dad makes as much in 2 weeks at work than she makes in a year, so that's her logic behind it. So, no, I totally said that wrong. Dad makes, or did I say it right? Okay, she makes way less money than Dad. That's how you need to think of that statement. If I said it wrong, just twist it so that makes more sense. Sorry. So yeah, she hasn't been working. I think she stopped right before summer. Wow, this summer went by so fast. I don't believe it. My next vlog I put up, I will have 1 week before school, maybe a little less, so. And then the next one, I'll be in school. I'll be telling you, I think. I might be in school. It might be right before school starts. Knowing me, I'll procrastinate till I am in school. We get Monday off, the first Monday of the week that school starts, because that's when the 6th graders, start. They get the building to themselves for the first day. And then, for the, we get Friday. We have to go to school on Friday. We normally get Fridays off, but since we get Monday off this time, we get Friday off. And I think we have, like, in the entire school year, like, 3 Fridays that we have to go to school, I think, unless there's a snow day. Or I think it's 3 snow days that make up that we have to have, 1 Friday day. I remember one time we had a one snow day and they like had all classes start a minute early, which is horrible for the bell like system. We barely have enough time to do anything as it is. And it's like the teachers don't even start class till, I mean, some of them do, but teachers don't even really do anything after for a while, you know, they kind of wait for people, use that minute to wait for people. So I don't know, I guess 1 minute for each class. I don't really think that helped much. I don't really see how it would help. But yeah, so as I was saying, science I'll be okay with. History I'll definitely be okay with. Last year I got straight A's through that. My grade never dropped to a B. Art, of course, PE totally, unless I somehow manage to do longer than the class period on the mile. That has never happened to anyone before, and I seriously doubt it's going to happen to me. I'm a slow runner, especially when it comes to the mile, but I get it done, and I think the fastest time I've had so far is, I think, 11 minutes. So, not even close to the whole class period. I hate running so much, and I have PE first. German. I am convinced that this is going to be a fairly easy class, because I know more German than my brother, who has taken the exact same class last year, and he got an A through the entire thing. I'm convinced my grade's not going to sag too much. I have German this semester, next semester Spanish. I'll be able to do that pretty decently. The window side is wild. Other classes, literature, composition, English, just, I'm not sure if we take all of those this time. Computer apps is usually pretty easy. I mean, you type and do a couple of other things I'm on the computer all the time anyway, so I can navigate my way around a computer pretty well. It's not too hard for me. I write all the time. I mean, true, I write a research paper, far worse. I mean, literature, I sometimes take a C in that class because I know what this stuff is. I know that shouldn't be the way I think about it, but it is. I'm like, I know this stuff. I hate writing in this subject. I do not want to write a research paper. I want to write revolution or poems or something fun, something made-up story, fiction. I want to write something entertaining to write. I don't want to write, I think last year we did a research paper and I was writing something about my science fair project, which our science teacher's like, you don't need to keep your project, and then 1 month later our literature's teacher is like, I hope everyone kept that project because you need to write a paper on now, and everyone's like, are you kidding? She told us we didn't have to. Most of ours are in the junkyard by now, or yes, the landfill. That's like everyone. So that kind of was annoying, and seriously, research papers. That was the boringest literature class. I hate to say it. I hate doing I mean, history. Nonfiction with history is okay. The rest of nonfiction, like with science and stuff, just no, it's boring. We learned about the human body, of course, other than the bit more, I hate to sound childish here, but disturbing, ew, icky parts of it. I guess awkward is better than icky, but I think all of you know what I'm talking about since we took a human body class. It was pretty easy. The whole thing was pretty simple. We had the morning science class, so I only about remembered half of that because I was half asleep through most of it, but it was fairly easy. I think science is fairly easy, just that. And really, so I mean, literature, I cut my losses. Band, unless you forget your instrument every single day, you're gonna get A in band. So yes, most of my classes I'm going to get, except for math and possibly at times in literature if I'm just fed up with the boringness of the project we're doing. In composition and stuff, I mean, it's like last year we've like read Anne Frank and a bunch of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh my gosh, that was so annoying. And my teacher had like a day about ranting that I was Jekyll or Dr. She said it was different than how most people pronounce it, but this time I forgot how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. Jeek. It's supposed to be Jekyll because it's like hide and seek. So Jekyll. Sorry, most of you probably haven't even read that book, or actually you might have. I don't know. Anyway, that was probably a little confusing, but yes, that book I thought was boring. Anne Frank was actually decently interesting. Most of the people didn't read that. I read that. Call of the Wild was interesting. I mean, honestly, the one I just couldn't stand was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. The one with Hyde in the name. Okay, I'm done with saying Jekyll's name. Anyway, so that got a little boring, and honestly, our English class turned more into life studies. I mean, we learned about like actual stuff you learn in English, like how to put together a correct sentence. I don't need to know how to chart a sentence if I'm going to write a correct sentence. I just don't get that. She like spent most of the year teaching us how to chart a correct sentence, like on a chart. And it's like, when are we ever going to chart our sentences in real life? I get writing, but why do we need to chart them? I mean, I'm sure with college and stuff that comes in play, but I mean, really, I'm sorry, I'm like going on a rant about school stuff now, but really, no, I don't think I'll ever do that. When I write, I never think about that. I just write what sounds right, and that's usually right. Ha ha ha. Right. Yes, that is about all I have to say. So pretty much a rant about school. As you could tell, my week was very boring. Not much done. Or was it interesting? No, it was boring. I think I stayed home all weekend doing absolutely nothing. A great way to spend your weekend. No, my week. Great way to spend the last couple of weeks of summer break. Doing nothing. Oh, I made a new sketchbook and I have decided not to write any English in it, like, at all. I think the 3 languages I have it written in are German, Italian, and Japanese, so I think our German teacher and people who pay attention in that class will be, and that is the animal section. Terry, I think, is Terry. I don't know. Yeah, actually, yes, it's right here. I duct taped an old book I have that is, I guess since it's a video camera, backwards Japanese for ice, section for animals, and you can't even see that because of how my webcam is. 3 sections in it, humans, animals, and revolution, in different languages. I'm going to stick to those languages with it, and 13 minutes. I'm sorry I've talked for so long. In case you're wondering, I actually drank hot cocoa earlier before I did this, so I'm sorry I just talked and ranted about school for 13 minutes, so, yeah, have a nice day, I guess. Sorry about that, if you're even still listening. Thank you, you're awesome. Have a nice day.